Good morning, everybody. Greg Rust and Fabian Coulthard with you in the Sandown pit lane here. Final day of action, round 6 of the Shannons SpeedSeries. Big day coming up with TCR, Trans Am, GT4 production cars, mark cars, open wheelers. This is a dream day for you, isn't it?
It's great, yeah. It's got a vast variety of categories, which has been great, and the race we saw yesterday was fantastic. So expecting more of the same today.
Are you okay? You're on my left. Is that working with your OCD?
Yeah, it's working well.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
Let's go for a
real
wander here through the pit lane. Josh Buchan is with us, and we kind of need to update you on a couple of little overnight penalties that have been adjudicated on, and one of them involves his teammate Bailey Sweeney, who has been hit with a 5-second penalty on yesterday's race results. That is the allegation is for blocking. In championship terms, it ultimately means you two are super close again going into Sunday here, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, look. Teammate aside, I was wrapped. Like a couple of points back my way, but look, unfortunate. It was, it's one of those calls, right? It can go either way. There's a bit of chaos in the race yesterday, so for there to only be 2 real incidents, it's probably half okay.
I spoke to Rob Benson during the race yesterday. He said you weren't overly happy with the straight line speed of the Hyundai, but really happy with the car through the corners.
Yeah, look, as soon as I turn the wheel, I'm good. The car's really good over the curbs. It stops well. It turns well. It puts the power down very well. But ultimately, my lap speed's good. But if there's a scuffle and you come onto the straight, unless I get a perfect exit, I just get swamped. So we're just hanging in, and this was always going to be our worst round. So if I can just be there after here, I think the next 2 rounds are going to suit me more, and we'll punch on there.
That was my next question, because we saw the car was great at Phillip Island, so you feel like those final 2 events, Sydney and Bathurst, are going to be more to your suiting?
I think Sydney, I've always gone traditionally quite well there as well. So Sydney should be okay. Bathurst, we had the car in like its early form last year, and it was competitive over the race distance. So yeah, I think that we're good enough to do well in those 2 rounds. We just got to field in the slips and catch some balls that fly our way over the next 12 hours.
Okay, have a fantastic Sunday.
Thank you, boys.
There he is, Josh Buchan. We move past the Peugeots of Gary Rogers Motorsport. Update for you involving Aaron Cameron as well. He too spent a little bit of time with the stewards after a fantastic Saturday for him. So the adjusted podium yesterday, it means that he doesn't finish on the podium in the end results. He was deemed to have gained an unfair advantage after going off early in yesterday's race. So the revised podium from yesterday, win remains with the Honda driver Tony D'Alberto, Will Brown second, and Zach Suter completes your top 3.
Yeah, that's right. So obviously the stewards make their decisions, and like you said, they found Aaron Cameron to be at fault, and that dropped him down the order a little bit. So awesome for Zach Suter. Friday they had a bit of a drama. The car ended up in the fence, and then for them to get away with it and come away with the podium, it's a great result for the team.
So we have arrived at a very opportune time here. Clay Richards is with us. He is at the wheel of the Peugeot this weekend, and the reason I say it's opportune time is they have just fired this car up after an engine change. You had an overheating issue, unfortunately, with this yesterday, and that prompted the change of power plant, didn't it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yesterday on the back straight, it threw out a water pump belt, and the temperature just went through the roof, and just pulled over as quick as I could. And yeah, the GRM boys have put in a new engine, so yeah, it's running well. So yeah, looking forward to today.
We had a tricky interview yesterday. You got all your helmet off, then we did our interview, then you had to put it all back on, and then thinking you were going back out on the track, but wasn't to be.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the car just didn't have any compression. That's when we found out, and then yeah, just called it at that. So yeah, looking forward to today and seeing what we can do.
We're looking forward to today as well. Just quickly, how different compared to the Audi that you ran at Winton?
Yeah, it's very different. There's a very different technique you need to learn with these cars. There's a lot in it with the brake modulation. So yeah, it's just something completely different I'm not used to. But yeah, still learning each session, which is great, which is what the aim was this weekend. So yeah, but I'm really enjoying my time here at GRM.
Awesome to have you back with us, mate. I gather Dad's a bit frustrated because he's not working on the car, so have a good day, have a good Sunday. There's Clay Richards. We continue our walk along pit lane here. Another little story for you, of course, was a bit of late night activity for Michael Clementi in terms of repairs. We'll get to that in a second, because Lockie Manif is here with us as well. He was dynamite in qualifying yesterday, putting this car on the front row. Race was a little bit of a different story, entertaining for us working and watching on television. What about for you in the middle of it all?
Yeah, entertaining. That's right. It's it's pretty cutthroat out there. It's pass or be pass, that's for sure. But we settled in at the start there really nicely. It was Tony, Aaron, and I. We had a really nice gap to fourth there, and the safety car hurt us, brought the rest of the pack back to us, and got shuffled wide at Dandenong Road there, which hurt us. We lost 4 or 5 spots. So made up as much as we could, and obviously with some of the cars in front and how they were driving, you could see there'd be some penalties. So just brought it home and P5 for that. So off P6 for the reverse grid, and see how we go today.
Obviously, this qualifying yesterday was amazing. Like, for us as spectators watching that event, it was really good. But obviously qualifying on the front row should give you a lot of confidence for moving forward.
For sure, the car's fast, and obviously we're in P3 at the start there, and I'd out-qualified both the cars, and this weekend with everything, the car's pretty good in a straight line, and it helps here. So it's that's all been really good, and all the cars are in front of us now. We beat yesterday, so there is plenty of positives. The car's quick. I think we're third on the total points now for the round, so we just got to have a solid finish now, and we've got a good finish for the last race today.
Cool. We've got to keep wandering here very quickly. What do we put this down to? It's a great little outfit of people here. There are some very experienced people, and we've seen Shigeru, who has worked with Scafie and I think Nissan and so on over the years, join this outfit. Maybe from your point of view, you feel like you've taken a step. Is it a collective? How's this all come about?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just all the cogs aligning. We've had some good speed and lap speed lately, but just things might not have gone the right way. We just missed the top 10 at Queensland and things like that. But look, I think it's all kind of been there. But we're quick here last year, and it's a track that I really enjoy racing at. It's it's been nice to me in the past, and really enjoying it. The car's going well. The team's awesome. Track all lines up. It's really good. It's coming together.
All good ingredients for a good Sunday. Have a fantastic one.
Thanks, guys.
There he is, Michael Clementi. We're going to move in here just quickly because hello.
How you doing?
How are we?
I'm good.
Are we back to normal, and is the car okay?
Yeah. So it was just a front upright, and the CV shaft had kind of all just fallen apart. So we replaced it, and we'll be good to go today. So starting from the back, but hopefully we'll make up a few positions.
So we missed it on TV. Was it contact or what caused it?
Yeah, so wheel to wheel, and
Right.
I think with all the steering lock, the wheel to wheel just kind of grabbed on each other on both cars and just ripped everything apart. But we'll be good for today.
Now, our great partner in the series in Super Cheap Autos released a very fun video recently, and I think Carl Cox makes a cameo appearance in that. Have we been able to twist his arm to get him to come to Bathurst to the big end of year meeting?
We are trying. I think that's going to be a great event. With the World Tour, everyone coming over from the international teams. I think it's going to be awesome. And if he is there, it'll be brilliant. It's just only going to add to the excitement that's already there. So we can't wait for sure.
Good to see you smiling. Tough Saturday. Hope Sunday's good to you.
Thanks, fellas.
Cheers.
There he is, Michael Clementi. Nice to catch up with Lockie Manif there before as well. I think we're nearly out of time here, Fabs. We're getting the wind up from producer Paul Extraordinaire. So that is it for now from the Sandown pit lane. A few other stories for you. Carl Begg, I think, has repaired that McLaren after some radiator damage yesterday. So monochrome GT4, some very cool cars in that, and a massive field of production cars as well. Trans Am, the battle is on. They were chasing James Moffat yesterday, but we had a bit of variety in that race. Nash Morris was awesome on coal tyres too, wasn't he?
Yeah, those starts of his, obviously the first start off the line and then the restart was amazing. So, it's the easiest time to pass cars is off the line, but he did a fantastic job.
A couple of quick final plugs before we go. A reminder, it's going to be an awesome 2 weeks in November. Join us in early November, under lights, Friday and Saturday night in Sydney at Sydney Motorsport Park. The best in the world will be with us. And then a week later, we head to the mountain. Motorsporttickets.com.au is where you go, and there are some very reasonable ticket prices there. All of today's action, of course, live on Stan Sport with Matty White and all of the team. We'll catch you then from 11 Eastern. Bye for now.